and the Sorcerer's Stone. Harry took the parchment envelope out of his pocket. "Good," said Hagrid. "There's a list there of everything I need." Harry unfolded a second piece of paper he hadn't noticed the night before and read, "Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Uniform. First-year student will require, first, 3 sets of plain work robes. 2. 1 plain pointed hat for day wear. 3. 1 pair of protective gloves. 4. 1 winter cloak. Please note that all pupils' clothes should carry names tags, course books. All students should have a copy of each of the following: The Standard Book of Spells by Miranda Goswag, A History of Magic by Bathilda Bagshot, Magical Theory by Adbelt Ruffin, A Beginner's Guide to Transfiguration by Emmerich Switch, 1000 Magical Herbs and Fungi by Philydia Spore, Magical Draughts and Points by Arsenius Trigger, Fantastic Bits and Where to Find Them by Newt Scamander, The Dark Forces, A Guide to Self-Protection by Quentin Trimble. Other requirements: 1 wand, 1 cauldron, 1 set glass of crystal fills, 1 telescope, 1 set brass scales. Students may also bring an owl or a cat or a toad. Parents are reminded that first years are not allowed their own broomsticks. "Can we buy all this in London?" Harry wondered aloud. "If you had known where to go," said Hagrid. Harry had never been to London before, although Hagrid seemed to know where he was going. He was obviously not used to getting there in an ordinary way. He got stuck in the ticket barrier on the Underground, complaining loudly that his seats were too small and the trains too slow. "I don't know how the Muggles manage without magic," he said as they climbed a broken-down escalator that led up to a bustling road lined with shops. Hagrid was so huge that the parted of crowd easily. All Harry had to do was keep close behind him. They passed bookshops and music stores, hamburger restaurants and cinemas, but now where that looked as if it could sell you a magic wand. This was just some ordinary street full of ordinary people. Could there really be piles of wizard gold buried beneath them? Were there really shops that sold spell books and broomsticks? Might this not all be some huge joke that the Dudleys had cooked up? If Harry hadn't known that the Dudleys had no sense of humor, he might have thought so, yet somehow, even though everything Hagrid had told him so far was unbelievable, Harry couldn't help trusting him. "This is it," said Hagrid, coming to a halt. The Leaky Cauldron. It's a famous place. It was tiny, grubby-looking pub. If Hagrid hadn't pointed out, Harry wouldn't have noticed it was there. The people hurrying by didn't glance at it. Their eyes slid from the big book shop on one side to the record shop on the other, as if they couldn't see the Leaky Cauldron at all. In fact, Harry had the most peculiar feeling that only he and Hagrid could see it. Before he could mention this, Hagrid had strayed him inside. For a famous place, it was very dark and shabby. A few old women were sitting in a corner, drinking tiny glasses of sherry. One of them was smoking a long pipe. A little man in a top hat was talking to the old bartender, who was quite bald and looked like a toothless walnut. The loud buzz of chatter stopped when they walked in. Everyone seemed to know Hagrid. They waved and smiled at him, and the bartender reached for a glass, saying, "The usual Hagrid?"